Have you ever wanted your EV to back up power your entire house? Well, today's episode, we are unboxing this Autel bi-directional capable EV charger. Let's get to it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Detached Garage. If you've ever wanted your EV, that giant battery that it has, to potentially back up your house in the event of a power outage, today's the episode for you. We are unboxing the Autel 80 amp bi-directional capable charger. And a huge shout out to our sponsor Autel for today's episode. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna unbox the charger, or EVSE for the technical term. We're gonna unbox it, we're gonna show you what all comes in the box, what you need to think about when you're planning your situation to make sure you can do bi-directional capability, as well as charge your car or other vehicle at 80 amps. There's only a few EVs out there that can do it. My Tesla is not one of them, but the new Cybertruck is, the Lucid Gravity is, the Ford Lightning, Chevy Silverado, those can all take the full charge that this charger can put out. You've probably seen I've been working just off of the mobile charger. So we're gonna be unboxing this charger later in the episode. We're gonna be showing you what it looks like, what's all included in the box, and what you need to think about when you're planning to install one in your house or garage as well. But first, we're gonna kind of take you through the wiring system, where we're gonna mount it right on the wall over here, as well as how we're gonna get it back to the box and make sure you don't make the same mistakes we did when putting this in. So, anyways, let's flip this camera around and let's get right to the installation site, and then we will unbox the EVSE or charger later in the episode. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so you can see our 50 amp wall outlet chugging away here on the mobile charger. The Tesla mobile charger is only good to 32 amps, so that's what we're charging at right now. But we have this box here, and this box, the reason we installed this before anything else really was the thought of I wanted to be able to have an EV, whether it's parked here or parked here without the bikes there, to be able to back the house up. And so if you've watched the episode that I'll put above right now, we installed a 320 amp service, and this is now the main panel, and the house is actually the sub panel, but they're both 200 amp panels. So what we did is this box here is connected by conduit up over through the ceiling of the loft area, and then comes down through here, and you can see the conduit that has been run here. And so what we've done is we've taken the faceplate off, and we've put a fish tape up through, and then we pulled this basically measuring tape through to know how many feet of wire we need to pull from this box over to that box over there through the conduit that goes to the ceiling. So you can already see we do have some conduit in here, and this is basically running into the electrical outlet here. So there's another piece of conduit that bridges this. So what we're gonna do is we found out how many feet we need. We'll put the cable down here, and then we will pull this back up and over to this one here. Now, it is very important that you size your conduit correctly. So we have 1 inch conduit here, and we are going to be running it back over here. We really should have run 1 1/4 inch conduit to get the full wire size to be fully capable here. We've undersized the conduit by about 1/4 inch, and so the NEC code is going to say that we should really run 3 number 2 full copper wires to be able to do continuous 100 amp capable, and that's actually 125 amp capable, but since we have such a long run, it would really want us to be 3 number 2 cables all the way over there. We don't have room for that, so what we're going to do is we're going to run 3 number 3 cables all the way over there, full copper. It will still give us 80 amp capable without a doubt. It will be rated at 100 amps total instead of 125, so we might need to derate the system a little bit, but we will still have a 100 amp breaker in here because we will be 100 amp capable, and we will go from there. So That will be in another episode, but when you're thinking about this, where you're thinking about your EV charger placement, make sure you can get to as many vehicles as you can. It comes with a 25-foot cable, so we should be able to go all the way over there. If this car was parked there, we still reach the other side. We can reach this side, we can reach that side, all from right there. Then, the other thing you need to do, make sure you run a large enough conduit. When in doubt, always upsize. And then the other thing we're gonna have to do is I believe we're gonna put a box extension on here, which will look a little goofy until the charger gets installed here, and then we can also kind of use that to loop the charging cable over the top of it to help coil it up and actually give us a little bit bigger section to add wire coil to when it's not in use. So let's get to the unboxing of this MaxiCharger. All right, guys, so let's unbox this bi-directional capable 80 amp continuous EVSE or EV charger. So a huge shout out again to our sponsor Autel for sending this charger for review. I am just running my Tesla currently off the standard Tesla wall charger. So I can currently charge at a max of right about 32 amps right now. So not a lot at all. And again, I apologize, I don't have a table, so I'm using my weight bench to unbox this, but very excited to see and have this capability. Not necessarily that the Tesla, this 2020 model Tesla will be able to do bi-directional charging. Maybe it might with a software update. It obviously won't go up to the full 80 amps that this is capable of, but you know, Elon, if you're listening, hook us up. Let's get some bi-directional capability even for the older, big 100 kilowatt hour battery packs. So box looks really nice. You can see the charger here, and the packaging looks pretty substantial. So the cable is attached to it. So I am going to lift this up. We're gonna take this foam ring out, which has the all the instructions and stuff in it. And then we have the full cable as well. And that is basically everything that's in the box. It's right here. Don't fall. And we also have a hardware kit, gasket kit. This is outdoor capable. And there's also RFID chips in it. So if you own a business or something like that and you want to be able to let certain people charge and let other people not charge, this does have RFID ID cards that are capable. It's included in the box. And you can install this at a commercial property as well, beyond just a residential property. So the really nice thing about this is this cable, I believe, is about 25 feet in length. Don't quote me on this, I'll put it on the screen if I got that wrong. But a substantial cable length is gonna be great for when we put this on the wall here, and then we're gonna be able to run it to a car that's right here, or we can go into the other wash bay over there and still get to both sides of the vehicle, even around the corner. So a really, really nice cable here. It is J1772. They do have a NACS version coming out. It wasn't out yet when Autel reached out to me to see about which one I wanted. It's not out yet. I might trade it in later for that NACS cable since that's the North American charging standard. Tesla, basically Tesla connector. So overall, this is what you get in the box. You get the charger, which is pre-assembled. You get the cable that's wrapped up here. You get the instructions. You get the breaker labels and everything, and you get the hardware. So let's get this out of the box, and we will take a look at it. Very lightweight. You can see on the top, there's two knockouts here. This is going to be where you can either have the cables running in from the top, or you can have the cables running in from the bottom. So either way will work just fine for this. You can see the screws on the top, and this, I believe, just comes apart in two pieces, and that's kind of how you actually install it. The screws are not in the top. I'm going to check, see if they're in the bottom. They are not. And so let's see if we can just pull this apart here. Yep. All right. So this is the back of the charger. So this whole unit, basically with these blades, plugs into this section here, okay? And so this section here is where you're going to screw your terminals into. If you come through the bottom of the unit, you'll use this bottom side, and then if you come from the top of the unit, you'll screw it in here. So it even comes with a level on the inside here to make sure you're level. It also comes with a communication cable. I need to reach out to them on this because this, I believe, is what enables that bidirectional charging capability. You're going to need to hook this up, so I need to figure out what wire we're going to also have to run through the conduit, or if I can do something like put a Wi-Fi connection in here or something like that that can do it wirelessly, because you really don't want to run data cable and especially high current AC cable in the same conduit unless it's super shielded. So yeah, so this looks fairly easy to install. I believe the process, set this down here, is going to be to get this installed first, put this somewhere on the wall right here. We'll read the directions, we'll get this installed, and we'll do that in another episode. But I just wanted to show you the contents of the box. Again, you get the charger, you get the 25-foot long cable, you get all the hardware you need, and you get the 2 RFID cards where you can potentially install this in a commercial application as well. I'll put a link below with the link to this charger and maybe even a 10% off discount code if I can swing Autel to do that. If you have any questions about the setup or anything of what's included and what the capabilities of the charger are, please put that down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Detached Garage along this journey to help build the ultimate garage for my application. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next episode.